Kind of at a loss for what to play next. Let's see. I've got playthroughs of Mario 1, Mario 2. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Super Mario Bros. Playthrough. Today, it's going to be Super Mario Bros. 3, and I don't know if I can get through the entire game in 1 hour. In fact, I probably can't get through the entire game in 1 hour. Super Mario Bros. 3 is actually pretty long. But look at this. 1990! It's been so long. This game came out 2 years before I was even born. I was playing catch-up with the gaming industry, so I had the NES as a kid, and I had a Super NES as well. So I was playing a lot of Mario 3. This is probably my favorite Mario game in the entire franchise, as a matter of fact. That's probably a lot of nostalgia talking, but, oh, there's a completed save here already. Oh well, I'll start a new one. So what can be said about Super Mario Bros. 3 that hasn't already been said? Probably not a lot, but I'll try anyways. This game, it basically took everything that was good about Mario 1 and multiplied it. And after the oddball Super Mario Bros. 2, this was pretty much a smash hit to play back in the day, and when it came out on the All-Stars collection, which is what you're seeing here, it just got a whole lot better. Everything was so much better. The graphics looked amazing. I think they pioneered some new techniques. Well, they probably had experience from Super Mario World, because I'm pretty sure Mario World came out a little before the All-Stars collection. Anyways, let's just get going. This isn't going to be anything special. It's not going to be like 100% or a speed run or anything. I'm just going to wing it through each stage and get to the end of the game at a decent pace. Which means I'm not going to go for all of those points and one-ups that everybody likes getting. Now, everybody knows that there is basically an airline of sorts coming up in a little bit, because you take the Koopa, you hit this block, and then you have the ability to gain raccoon body parts, basically. So if you run fast enough, I don't know why they thought raccoons can fly. Maybe they were confusing it with a flying squirrel. But now you can do that. The running mechanics in this game are actually really good. Okay, I said I wouldn't get any of the one-ups or anything, but I've already gotten a one-up. This flying mechanic can actually be just a teensy bit broken. You can go down that pipe and get a couple of bonuses, but everybody has done that already. I'm just gonna roll through this as quickly as possible. And everybody knows there's an infinite one-up trick in the second level. No. Let's just play as normally as possible, shall we? Normally. At this point, getting all the one-ups and everything is what everyone does anyways. Like, there's no reason to, like, hit the little switch, go into that pipe, and get some extra money. You don't really need it. Let's see. Or wasn't there a star at some point? Oh, I think it was right here. Yeah, I'm remembering this now. The nostalgia is coming all the way back. You don't even need this star. Wow. This level design was a little bit weird back then. You don't even need that star. There's no enemies in your way at all. But this is only the first world, I suppose. Oh, there's a mini game here. I like the theming here, the little spade on the panel that you enter. There's actually a bit of shoutouts here to Nintendo's time as a playing card company. Did you know they produced playing cards at one point? Yeah, they were a super variety company before they settled on video games. They used to run a love hotel chain, and they don't want you to know that, now do they? Speaking of love hotels, let's step into this one. Or should I go for the little house there? I don't need it. So the first fortress level. These are basically your checkpoints. Whenever you clear a fortress level, there is a spot on the map that will open up, a little path, that giant lock that you saw earlier, and if you game over for any reason, most of the levels reset their clear status, but the fortresses don't. So for the All-Stars version, that will actually mean that if you clear a fortress and then save, you can never enter the fortress ever again, which is kind of a bad thing for this fortress in particular, because it's one of the only sources of warp whistles. There are items you can get in this game, and the warp whistle is one of them. I'm not going to use warp whistles because skipping massive amounts of levels is not only boring, but it can also deprive you of the chance to develop your skills, and then skipping World 8 will basically kill you. So, moving on. Yes, this game also introduced a nice slide mechanic. I'm not sure if other Mario games even have slide mechanics like that these days. What's the latest edition that they've come up with? Super Mario Wonder. There can't be anything interesting about that compared to everything else Mario's done, right? Actually, I have seen Mario Wonder, and it's really trippy, I gotta say. You know, nothing can replace the experience of flying into the sky, finding a box with a one-up mushroom in it, and failing to collect all of the coins as you fall down, because you don't have infinite amounts of time in order to get all of these. What do we need these one-ups for again? Well, maybe one-ups would have been an actual resource that would be very beneficial to collect in this game, because some of the later stages do legitimately get very difficult. Actually, even the modern Mario games can be difficult when they want to be. But, you usually just get so many extra lives and items that it barely even, like, matters that much. Unless it's, like, one of the extra worlds. I remember getting to the extra stages in New Super Mario Bros. Wii and wondering how the heck you're supposed to clear them in multiplayer, because, like, the multiplayer for that game, everyone just, like, rams into each other and makes clearing anything difficult. Okay, so I can at least show off a fun little level skip here. It might not look like you have enough space to get a running start and start flying, but actually, if you do a short hop there... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I've completely failed. Okay, never mind. Now, hopefully that makes the playthrough at least a little more charming for everybody, but you can, in fact... Like, if you do it frame perfect, you can, in fact, fly over this entire part of the stage. And that is totally intentional, by the way. They put coins up there, so they had to have intended for you to do that. What they probably didn't intend for you to do is bounce across all of the Koopas without the flying power-up. But you can do that, too. Speedrunners do it. So this was the first Mario game with a map screen, and it's also the first Mario game with enemies on the map screen, which they rarely even do. That was a really easy fight, and you get a free invincibility star for it, but, you know, you can only use invincibility stars at the beginning of a level, so it's not really going to help you too much. What will help you even more are the items you find in here. Pick one of the boxes. There's always the same items available, but what box they're in is randomized. Just a regular mushroom, okay. You know, that's fine. That'll make the first item box you come across have a stronger power-up in it. So, interesting thing about the story of this game, it turns out that the princess has not been kidnapped. Yes, we finally had a Mario game without a princess kidnapping, and it was only, what, the third game? No, instead, all of the lords and ladies across the Mushroom Kingdom, apparently there's more than one Mushroom Kingdom, go figure, but they've all been cursed, so we have to get the magic wands back from Bowser and his Koopa kids. It's their first appearance as well, and they've all got these flying airships that look really awesome in the SNES version. The background is beautiful. That wasn't too beautiful, though, me getting hit. I got distracted by the amazing graphics for this period of time. So yeah, everyone was a fan of Super Mario World, which came out just a little bit before the All-Stars collection, but I gotta say, my favorite is Mario 3. Like, for pretty much the entire time the franchise has been active, which is a pretty long time, longer than I've been alive. So now it's time for our first boss battle. I guess the only, like, bad thing I can say about this game is that most of the fights with the Koopa kids tend to be exactly the same. Why does it not hurt you to step on them while they are in their shells? They've got spikes, so you can hit them with your fireballs, or you can just jump on them 3 times. I really need to step up my game. The nostalgia has kind of been distracting me. All of the memories flooding back. So I kind of need to get back into my groove, as it were. So yes, I'm not going to be warping, but I am going to be saving all of the kingdoms, because imagine if you just warped past every kingdom. You would leave all of the kings cursed, and they would just be stuck as snakes, or whatever else they were transformed into. Also, the princess is actually very helpful. She sends you rare items after every world. That's another reason to actually clear every stage. But no, this isn't a super 100% playthrough of Mario 3, even though I'm not that crazy. Some of you might argue that I should really be playing the GBA version of this game because there are legitimate extras to be found in the GBA version, especially if you play on the Switch Virtual Console, because they made available some content that was actually not available for the GBA version outside of Japan for a very long time because of e-reader shenanigans. But maybe I will cover that some other time. I actually do want to cover some GBA content for certain games, like A Link to the Past. Because I played through A Link to the Past, but it would be really great if I could show off the extras that the GBA version of that had. But the screen size is still rather small, so maybe I should, like, stick to this for now, just so that, ooh, that enemy respawned. I almost took a hit, but not today, buddy. So it's a well-known trick that if you rush towards the goal point and jump at the very precise angle, it's really not that hard to do once you get a handle on it. You will always get a star. And getting 3 stars will get you some extra lives, which I've already discussed what extra lives mean to me. But hey, here's another shout-out to Nintendo's time as a playing card company. It's a card matching game. I actually kind of like this. So let's see if I remember. There's like only 8 like layouts for all of the cards, but I don't really have all of them memorized, and I'm pretty sure you couldn't figure out which board you're even on after just one guess. So I'm gonna guess that this is a star. It was not. You only get 2 shots before you have to earn 80,000 points to get this again. You get these card minigames every 80,000 points. Points actually matter. Go figure. So every time you match the cards, you receive the item that is on the cards. And there's some regular coins in here as well. I hope this is a mushroom. No, it isn't. Well, I know where to find 2 flowers next time that game comes up. Here's another mini game. It's a slot machine. Lots of gambling in these early Mario games. Well, not really gambling. You don't lose anything if you fail. I just press the buttons. I thought for sure I was gonna, like, get the 3rd part of the flower randomly, but you only get extra lives from that minigame. Nobody cares. So this stage is special because there are a couple of stages where the number of coins you earn will determine if you get a bonus or not. So let's see if we can earn that for this particular stage. Pretty normal. Hang on a sec. My controller! Controllers. Okay, let's try that again. Luckily, if you if you fall off the platform, you don't something's wrong with this controller today. Always blame the controller, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's try once more with feeling. Let's try it again. So you hit this, and while that means you can't get the coins from those blocks, the coins that just turn into blocks, the way the Switch works is all of the blocks turn into coins and vice versa. Alright, I probably did not earn enough coins because I missed like 4. There's not a lot of coins in this stage. Oh, don't get hit by the fish. That would be very embarrassing. Why am I having so much trouble today? Okay. Let's see if that was enough, shall we? Actually, is it just the coins that matter, or are there other things you have to watch out for when you get this bonus? Ah, well, we'll figure it out. One bonus that I know I'm going to earn is what you get for getting 3 stars. You actually want to avoid this if you're a speedrunner because this animation takes so long. 5 1-ups, or 5 up. Alright, I guess I didn't get enough coins or something. I think you have to... Yeah, I don't think it was about just getting enough coins, actually. I can't remember. This is a really obscure secret. I wish I could demonstrate it for you all and show off my skills with this game, but I think all you get for it is, like, an item that does something really dumb. So now we're introduced to the boos, which are the ghosts. They're creatively called boos, because, boo, a ghost. Wow. You know, the ghost that was actually down there at the bottom can actually follow you up here if you don't scroll it off screen. Or if it was on screen while you were in the pipe, because it didn't disappear just because you were, like, in the pipe or something. Okay, now I need to be just a little bit careful. This can actually be a bit tricky. Oh! You thought I was gonna get hit there. And I did. Alright, there's absolutely nothing off to the right, so now we're actually going to have to fight the mini-boss that you find in these fortresses. Ooh! It's called a Boom Boom for reasons I have yet to figure out. If you let it run around too much, there are actually some really dangerous things it can do, so bop it on the head 3 times as quickly as possible, and you're out of there. That means the lock blocking me from getting that item is now available. Or, it's unlocked. So now the item is available. See here. Another mushroom, really? You know, I'm hoping for fire flowers and super leaves, but just giving me mushrooms, huh? Maybe this enemy will be kinder. The Boomerang Brothers as opposed to the Hammer Brothers. Now this one you have to actually fight. Of course I say that. Don't get hit by its boomerang while you've defeated the enemy, because that will make you very embarrassed, and that's worse than losing a life. The music box is a relatively boring item. It, like, makes all of the enemies on the maps just stop moving and not threaten you at all, but there's only one right now anyways. Alright then. I need to catch my breath. Is there an item in here? Yes, there is. My instinct has proven correct once again. Instinct and, like, memory from playing this years ago, of course. Oh, look, a star. Almost went off in the wrong direction there. And now we just fly over half the stage. Oh, look, there's something up here. If you hit this, all of the pyramids turn into money. Wario would be, like, ecstatic if he did this. Right, so not much to that stage. These stages are much shorter than I remember, but I guess back in the day, I was the kind of guy who would uncover every secret in every stage on every playthrough, even though there's no real reason to do that. Don't get hit by your own turtle shell. So I remember getting stuck on the stage when I was like 5. Guess that's not happening anymore. Now we have a very famous stage. On the map, it just looks like quicksand, but it's not really any different from a regular stage. They just decided not to number it for no reason. What's in the stage is a very suspicious-looking sun, and when you make it far enough in the level, curiously, this is marked by a whirlwind, which sends you back a little bit. Doesn't really do much. There's no enemies there. But I keep getting caught in it anyways. Apparently you can spin while you're in the whirlwind. Go figure. Okay. So now the sun comes to life and starts attacking you. Mr. Sunny is not very happy, it seems. I don't know why. But I do happen to know that the sun is dangerous if you stay in it for too long. Like if it's very hot out. So I guess that's what they were going for, but not much of a stage left to deal with anyways. So yeah, this is enjoyable. I'm liking this. Kind of feels like each stage should be longer and more challenging or something, but, you know, times change. I get so used to games that I start looking for more difficult things because I'm so used to the easy parts. Yes, I am aware that I did get hit by the Boomerang Brother. Please don't mention it in the comments. So the item I got, oh, finally a Super Leaf. Right next to my hammer, which can smash certain rocks. There's no real reason to do that. I mean, there's a warp whistle in this stage that the princess conveniently tells you about after you beat, like, World 6. But for now, I will just keep going. Oh, it would have been nice to have that Super Leaf. Maybe there's one here. I do remember there... Well, I have to, like, get a Koopa shell first. You can actually pick up the shells now. That's a new thing. There we go. So if I get this and run left... Heaven forbid you go left in a video game this old. Nice little secret spot up here. Not much else about it, though. That's just more money. I wish money did something other than giving you extra lives. Like, maybe make it a score or something. Like, challenge people to find as many coins as they can in a particular stage. Ah well, I'm sure the Mario series will do nothing of the sort. And I've hit 80,000 points yet again, so now I get another crack at the cards. Let's see, I know this is here, which means I finally have a fire flower. Now I'm looking for a mushroom. There we go. If I had, like, a key to all of the different layouts the cards can have, I would probably have enough information to solve the rest of them with that key. 20 coins, really? Oh, there's the 1-up. Now I know where the 1-up is. Heaven forbid I absolutely need the 1-up or anything. Now it's time for the pyramid level. Again, there's nothing really special about the stage. It's not gimmicky or anything. It's just the inside of a pyramid. Although this cave background doesn't really look like the inside of a pyramid. So yes, apparently raccoon tails can smash bricks. Guess that's something you would want to know if you were a raccoon. So naturally, the whole leaf transforms you into a raccoon thing is like totally Japanese mythology 101. I'm pretty sure like that's the first thing anybody would figure out when they look up all the different Japanese myths. Leaves and raccoons and transformation powers. I hear there's an entire movie about it. So nice little section to go through. And after I complete this minigame, we will be headed to the second airship. Let's see if randomly pushing the button does it for me. Nope, not going to. 2 out of 3, though. I think I learned the timing for getting a mushroom on that slot machine every single time. Like, it's not that precise. It's also not luck-based either. It is luck-based if you want the flower or the star, though. So far, the kings have been transformed into 2 Mario 2 enemies. Very strange. Naturally, this was not the case in the NES original, as far as I know. But it is a neat little shout-out to another game on this very collection. So I'm actually interested in seeing all of the different forms that the kings have taken. I suppose it's a teensy bit underwhelming that these airships are auto-scrollers, but that does make them more dangerous because you can't just rush past all these cannons and everything. Otherwise, things like that happen. So, does anyone think it's weird that Bowser's airships are firing at themselves? They're aiming inside the ship. I mean, obviously they know Mario is boarded. How does Mario manage to board these anyways? I mean, he grabs the anchor as it takes off, but why wasn't it already in the air? These are stupid questions that I'm asking because I have nothing more to say about the new enemy that just popped up. It's known as a Rocky Wrench. It throws wrenches. Is there like a hidden block? Seems like something they would do. I have forgotten most of the Koopa names. I don't know which one is which. I'm not a true Mario fan. But I do know that when they showed up as bosses in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, like, everybody was ecstatic to see that. Okay, that is 2 worlds cleared. Next up is going to be the water world. Everybody loves water worlds and platformers, am I right? Well, actually, there are ways to make water levels interesting, and this game does do something with water levels that I like. So that'll do it for the first part of this playthrough. I think I'm going to cover 2 worlds per video, because at this rate that I'm going, there's no way I could clear the whole thing in 1 hour. I am not a super speedrunner of Mario 3. Some fan I am. What the heck is a Karibo shoe? I know what a Karibo shoe is. It appears in 1 entire level. Thanks for the useful hint, princess. I'm Efren225, and I'll see you all next time. Why isn't Toadstool capitalized?